What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Are you ready to take on Giovanni, the leader of Team Go Rocket? Well, too bad! First, you've got to complete all of the special research, Looming in the Shadows. Or if you've already done Looming in the Shadows from last month, now you have to go to your special research tab and, just like me, complete a challenging development. If you're still working on Looming in the Shadows, this is going to be the same special research, only a challenging development is that again. So it's the same thing, so we can go over the steps together and complete it together. You can see here in step 1, whether you're in a challenging development or working on Looming in the Shadows, it's the same thing. First, we have to spin 10 Pokestops, defeat 3 Team Go Rocket grunts, and catch 1 Shadow Pokemon. Thankfully for me, right where I'm sitting, we have Team Go Rocket leader Arlo, so I'm going to be trying to take down Arlo and see what kind of Shadow Pokemon he has, since I need to capture a Shadow Pokemon to complete step 1. But before we move on to step 2, I want to show you guys that there's no reason for us to rush through these steps of Looming in the Shadows today. Because if you take a look at step 2 in this graphic made by LeakDuck, it says that step 2 is spin a Pokestop 5 days in a row. So we already know that I'm going to have to, first of all, get to step 2 today and then spin a Pokestop. But after we've gotten to step 2, we just kind of can slow down, because the only other things in step 2 are purify 15 Shadow Pokemon and win 5 raids. Of course, those 5 raids could be level 1s, 2, 3, or 4, so it doesn't necessarily mean I have to work really hard to get some tier 5 raids. I can do any kind of raids. But the thing that's really slowing us down in step 2 is spin a Pokestop 5 days in a row. So let's just enjoy our day today, going through step 1 and getting to step 2. If you have managed to spin a Pokestop 5 days in a row and you're now on step 3, you guys can see in this graphic by LeakDuck that you need to use 6 super effective charge attacks in gym battles, win 3 Great League trainer battles against another trainer, and defeat 6 Team Go Rocket grunts. After you do that, you can move to step 4, where you have to defeat Arlo, Cliff, and Sierra. Step 5 is you have to find Giovanni, battle Giovanni, and defeat Giovanni. And then, of course, step 6 is just you collecting a clean sweep of all that XP. And also, we now know that in the month of December, the special research will lead you to find Shadow Zapdos. That's the Pokemon that Giovanni will have in his party. Thanks to this article by Pokemon Go HubNet, you can easily see which Pokemon Giovanni is going to eventually use once we get to him in step 5. He's always going to start out with a Persian. His second Pokemon could either be Dugtrio, Rhydon, or Hippowdon, which are ground types. And then the third Pokemon is either going to be Articuno, Moltres, or Zapdos. If you're watching this in December, then most likely you're going to be facing off against Zapdos. So either way, whether you're facing off Articuno, Moltres, or Zapdos, we can use the same counter for all of them. So we're going to be using Tyranitar, Swampert, and Lucario. You can look on the screen to see which movesets they're going to use. But first, like I said, it's our job to take down leader Arlo right here, and maybe we'll get a shiny Shadow Scyther. So really quickly, let's take a look at Pokemon Go Hub's list, which shows us what Arlo is going to have. He's always going to start out with a Scyther. His second Pokemon could be Magnezone, Crobat, or Gyarados, and his third Pokemon could be Scizor, Dragonite, and Charizard. So also on the same website, Pokemon Go Hub is going to give us our best counters, and it looks like we should use against Arlo, Melmetal, Mewtwo, and Blaziken. You can look on the screen to read which attacks that they should have. Before we begin the battle, I want to point out that this Blaziken that they're recommending does not have the Community Day move of Blast Burn. It knows Counter, Blaze Kick, and Focus Blast. Blaze Kick and Focus Blast should both be charge TMable moves. So I have a Blaziken right here that does not have Blast Burn. It has Overheat instead. It's a 98%, so it's a really good candidate for me to be powering up. And I want to get the 2 other moves that I can charge TM. So let's go ahead and get a new attack. 10,000 Stardust and 25 candies. That's no problem. Let's go ahead and do it and see what he gets. Okay, we got Focus Blast. So now we just need to get rid of Overheat and try to get instead Blaze Kick. So let's use a charge TM. Use a charge TM, try to and get rid of Overheat. And hopefully we got Blaze Kick. There we go. So this is the correct moveset that you want to have for your Blaziken going in to try to beat Arlo. Counter, Blaze Kick, and Focus Blast. But that doesn't mean that you should charge TM away Blast Burn. Make sure if you have a Blaziken with Blast Burn that you simply don't use that one to beat Arlo. Go in with Blaze Kick because it has that shorter charge bar. And there we are at 2839 CP. I have completely maxed out this at 98%. Blaziken, I'm gonna have to change his name. He's not Overheat anymore. Now it is Blaze Kick. Going back to our chart, I want to show you that Melmetal should know Thunder Shock, Rock Slide, and Thunderbolt. So if we go to my shiny Melmetal right here with his blue tail, I've maxed him out completely too, but he doesn't have the correct moves. He knows Thunder Shock, Rock Slide, and Flash Cannon. So we're actually going to go to my items, use a Charge TM, and get rid of Flash Cannon, and hopefully we can get, we don't want Hyper Beam, we want the electric move, Flash Cannon again. Oh, this is so annoying using Charge TMs. Get rid of Flash Cannon. There we go, Thunderbolt. So this is the right moveset for Melmetal, Thundershock, Rock Slide, and Thunderbolt. Next up, it says that Mewtwo should know Psycho Cut, Psy Strike, and Ice Beam. Let's double check. That it says on GoHub that Melmetal will cover our Scyther, Gyarados, Crobat, or Dragonite. Mewtwo covers Crobat and Dragonite because it knows Ice Beam. And Blaziken covers Magnezone and Scizor because they are weak to fire. However, I realized that because my Mewtwo does not know Ice Beam, I'm actually going to substitute him out and pick something else. Probably something like a Smackdown Tyranitar, because if Mewtwo's only there to cover Crobat and Dragonite, that means that we're trying to cover those flying types, so I'm going to use a Smackdown Tyranitar. So if you look at my party, I'm going in with Melmetal, Smackdown Tyranitar, and that Blaziken with the 3 moves. So let's see how I do against Arlo. I'm hoping that the electric attacks from Melmetal will charge up quickly so that I can just knock out his first 2 shields, because remember that Arlo, Cliff, and Sierra are always going to simply shield the first 2 charge attacks. So I just want to use my charge attacks as quick as possible in the beginning of the battle. There's my second charge attack. I don't even really have to try very hard. I'm just going to get a couple of them. I don't have to get the excellent because I know that he's going to be shielding it anyway. So now the attacks actually matter, and here I am going to try to go in. I want to go ahead and shield, I suppose. I guess I didn't really have to shield right there because any attack that Scizor was going to use against Melmetal was not going to be very good. But I just wanted to make sure that I could get this Rock Slide off to knock down Scizor as quick as possible to move on to the next counter. So let's see how good this does. And there it is with the super effective, and that takes Scyther down. So let's see what his next Pokemon's going to be. It's a Magnezone. So let's go ahead and use Rock Slide and see how much damage this does against Magnezone. By the way, Magnezone in the shadow form looks really cool. It's not very effective. So let's switch over to our Blaziken, because since Magnezone is steel type, we're going to try to melt through it with Blaziken's fire type attacks. So let's see if I can get the excellent on these fire attacks right here. We got the excellent. Let's see how much it melted. There we go. Super effective. And because Blaziken has these quick, fast moves, it's going to allow me to get through Magnezone very quickly. So let's see what his last Pokemon is. Yes, it's a Scizor, which is a perfect thing for my brand new maxed out Blaziken, because I'm going to be blasting through him right here with my fire type charge attacks. Super effective, and I'll be able to get a second one off right here. This is great. Saving my Tyranitar for battle, I didn't even have to really use him. Not bad at all. And that's it for Arlo. Pretty easy. Let's see if I get a shiny Shadow Scyther. Not shiny, but that's all right. Let's capture him up and head on our journey to complete the next steps in our special research. Well, it looks like Arlo wants to go again. He's ready to catch these hands. So I found him all over again. It's because I had the Team Go Rocket Radars bought from the in-game shop. Don't forget that the Team Go Rocket Radars are available in the in-game shop. You can buy them for 200 Pokecoins. So why not? We might as well try to see if we can get a second Shadow Shiny Scyther. Let's find out. Going in with the same battle party. Let's use it and see how we do. And there it is, win number 2 against Arlo. This time it was different. He had a Gyarados in the middle instead of a Magnezone, and that was a little bit tougher because I had Tyranitar instead of a Mewtwo, but it still didn't prove to be too bad of a problem. So let's see if I get a shiny Shadow Scyther right here. Not shiny. On to the next. Okay, we have found our first regular Team Go Rocket Grunt out here. And I say regular Team Go Rocket Grunt because if you go into my special research and you look at it, it says defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts. I have defeated Arlo twice and it didn't count. So defeating the Team Go Rocket leaders will not count for this step. It has to be an actual grunt. Also, if you look at my spin 10 Pokestops, I'm at number 9. So if I spin this one, that'll be my 10th. We should see it at the bottom. There it is. So let's take out this Team Go Rocket Grunt and move on to step 2. The first Team Go Rocket Grunt has been defeated. Let's see what Shadow Pokemon they've got. It is a Shadow Psyduck. I think Psyduck looks freaking hilarious with those giant red eyes. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's capture him and try to find one more grunt. We've defeated our second Team Go Rocket grunt. So now we got a Shadow Shuppet. That's pretty awesome. Let's capture him and find our last grunt. Let's see what Shadow Pokemon I get. It's a Shadow Ralts. Very nice. Wow, this Ralts has really good stats. 15 HP, 13 attack, and I think only like 10 defense. So not bad, but if I purified it, it's gonna get +2 to each stat. So I think it'd be worth it to purify this Ralts for Community Day, especially because it's a male Ralts. And don't forget that this December 15th and 16th is Community Day for Ralts and so many other Pokemon. So if you still need a good Gallade or Gardevoir with Synchronoise, their exclusive move, make sure that you have a good Ralts ready to go. So let's move on to step 2 now. If we go down to our special research, XP is dead, so I'm not going to bother putting on a lucky egg. But we spun 10 Pokestops, we defeated 3 grunts, and we caught a Shadow Pokemon. So now we can claim 500 Stardust, 10 Pokeballs, and 10 Raspberries. Nice. You should have a star piece on while you're doing on this, especially because battling Team Go Rocket grunts will award you Stardust. So it's a good idea to put a star piece on if you can get at least 1 or 2 battles in that 30 minutes of your star piece being on. So let's see step 2. It's going to be spin a Pokestop 5 days in a row, purify 15 Shadow Pokemon, and win 5 raids. Alright, so we made it to the raid over here, hanging out with my friend Leah. Hey Leah. Hey. And it's amazing how many people are standing around us. Just take a look around. There's lots of people out here just for a level 5 Terrakion raid. I think a lot of people need this for their Pokedex, don't you think, Leah?
I know I do. That's what I'm here for.
She's here for her Pokedex, so looks like it's going up in 16 minutes. I just want to point out, we're at Sunset Park in Las Vegas. There's always people out here raiding. It's pretty cool. Take another look. Here we go. We have 20 people in the lobby, and as you know, you can actually duo Terrakion with 2 level 35 people who have the right Mewtwo's and the right Meteor Mash Metagrosses. If you guys haven't seen the video that I did with my mom, where she and I duoed a Terrakion, just the 2 of us. It's a pretty cool video. I'll leave the link in the description box if you want to check it out. But like I said, we have, well, it looks like 17 people, but it should be 20 people in this lobby. This is insane. Terrakion is going down, no problem. There it is, win 1 out of 5 raids, so I'm working on whittling down my research. And apparently this is a weather-boosted Terrakion, so now I don't know what the 100% is. Let's see, 2563. Wow, that was easy. I got him on the first ball. So I know mine's not very good because she had a bigger one next to me. So anyway, that's the stats. So everyone, my next step in the special research is to spin a Pokestop 5 days in a row, purify 15 Shadow Pokemon, and win 5 raids, like I told you. So since I am time gated to do these 5 Pokestops in a row, I kind of don't feel the need to rush through and do 4 more raids today. And I don't feel the need to rush and do 15 shadow purifications right now. So I'm gonna save these for the video tomorrow. So if you guys wanna see me purify Pokemon and do some more awesome Team Go Rocket battles, stay tuned for tomorrow. And if you wanna see me take on Team Go Rocket's leader, Giovanni, in my final boss battle of this special research, make sure you guys tune in 4 days from now when I put out that video of hopefully defeating him and getting Shadow Zapdos. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.